name's William Melby. I used to be gay Sisson. Graduated in the class of 1972 from Dunlap. I've had a lot of education. In fact, I've gone to school long enough that I could be a doctor, but I'm not. I am RN BSN at this time. In my career, I have gone clear to the top. I started at Dunlap as a dietary aide, and when I quit there, I was interim DON. Since then, I have been administrator, director of nursing and long-term care. I have been the director of nursing of a home health agency, and you know what? Now I want to just be a nurse. So that's what I'm doing. Very rewarding. Everything that I've ever done has been very rewarding. My parents are still living, and every night when I get off work at 10:30, 11, 12:30, I stop in and I see them, and I take care of them. Whatever they need, and I also let the dog out. And then I go home, and then I start the day again. I have 3 children who are all very successful in their own right.
Julie Randall Kaufman. This is my husband Lee. My husband farms. We're not too far from Dunlap, over by Westphalia near Harlan. See, after graduation, I went to nursing school. I lived in Texas for 7 years, and then came back to Harlan and married Lee. And we've been married almost 32 years now. We have 4 children. The 2 older ones are married, and our last 2 are twins. And Mary's getting married in 3 weeks, and Michael is in Des Moines working. And what else can I tell you? I worked at the hospital in Houston, Texas for 7 years, and then I moved to Harlan, and I've been at the county hospital in Harlan for 30-some years, and now I'm retired a year and a half ago. I like gardening, and I spend a lot of time in the yard. And my dad is still living, and he's 92. He lives in the assisted living in Dunlap, and so I spend a lot of time with Dad and do some things with him quite a bit. We like to travel.
Hey, my name is Randy Melville. I'm from Dunlap, Iowa. I graduated in 1973, and my education is just high school. And I guess my jobs, I've worked various jobs. Cable TV, cable tech, phone tech, but now I've been a full-time farmer since 1990, and now it's 2015, and I'm 60 years old, and I'm not married, but I got a beautiful girlfriend, Dorothy, and my hobbies are classic cars.
Swim leaders. I graduated of the Dunlap High School, class of 71. After that, went to Grayson College, class of 75, business degree. A few jobs after that. In 1882, I started Leader Salvage, been there ever since. Family, my parents are Gerald and Ardith Leaders. Mother's alive. I got 2 sisters, 1 brother. Hobbies, golf, skiing, that's about it.
Don Roberts, class in 1967.
Hi, I'm Barb, and I live in Lincoln. We've lived there for like 37 years. What am I supposed to say? Oh, class of 72. I only went through high school, got married right out of high school, had 3 kids. Jobs, I mostly have worked for my husband's company as the bookkeeper and taking care of my grandkids. Oh, I worked at Gordman's. I was a department manager at Gordman's in the fabric department. Right, I kind of forgot about that because that's been so long ago. But I have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. I have 2 grandchildren, 2 boys, age 14 and age 10. And they're the love of my life. And my hobbies are sewing, knitting, crafting, gardening, cottage decor, all of the above.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom Hannigan from the class of 72. I went to Iowa State after Dunlap and graduated there, and then went on to Drake University where I got an MBA. I worked at Pioneer Hybrid for 30 years, and I have retired now. Traveled the world, had a great time, and really enjoyed it, but I don't miss it. I'm married to my wife Mary. We have 2 kids, a son who is a doctor, and our daughter is in marketing and lives in the Twin Cities. We enjoy time at Okoboji where we live today. We spend time in the water, and we manage to get away in the wintertime somewhere where there is no snow.
I'm Jerry Shaven. I helped put this little party on for the class of 72, which of course I graduated from Dunlap High with the class of 72, but I've done a lot of service for a lot of people. Jobs, I have had so many jobs that it's almost too numerous to mention. What I'm currently doing is I work with people who have mental illness. And what I did before that was a career services director at a small college, and before that I was in fundraising, mostly for the American Heart Association. I've also done bartending, and I worked for a place called Excitogram as a bag lady and as a cop. So I'll stop there. I have never been married. I've never had children. I've never found a guy who was stupid enough to marry. I mean, a guy who I really wanted to marry. I enjoy bicycling. I also like to do some artwork, kind of modern art, abstract type of art. The other thing that I enjoy is hiking, and I really enjoy just hanging out with my friends.
Gordon Peterson. I live in Clarence, Iowa, which is about as far east as Iowa as you can get, a little town. Education, went to Western Iowa Tech, Sioux City, Iowa, no service. Jobs, I'm a territory manager. I sell geothermal equipment to heating contractors. Family, Charles and Marge Peterson, no spouse, no children. Hobbies, I fish.
Dave Lehan. And my education was in Dunlap, Iowa. That's all the further I went, high school. Then I had no service but jobs. I was a carpet layer for a while, a truck driver for a while, and a printer. And now I'm a tool and die maker for Melville Industries. My parents are both gone, and I still have all my sisters, which is 6 of them. And I did lose one brother, Robert. I still have 3 brothers left, so there's 10 of us all together. A lot of grandkids on my father's side, and I have 7 grandkids of my own. I'm married to Pam Dye, so we got 7 grandkids. We got 3 daughters, and they're all married, except for 1. But life's been good. Hunting, fishing, a little carpentry work, camping.
Ricky Klein. I graduated in the class of 72, and I went to Omaha to work for a year, and then I came back, got married, lived outside of Dunlap I still live outside of Dunlap, and I got divorced 2 years ago. I have 4 children. They're all married and live pretty much in the same area. I now work for the post office and hope to retire soon. And I also do drapery. I do a lot of window treatments. It's pretty much my hobby.
Gilbreth. I live in Harlan, Iowa. I worked at a packing house when I got out of school. Did that for 19 years. I cut meat. I did 1 year in Omaha down here and worked part-time as a security guard doing special events. And I enjoyed that. Didn't make very good money at it. So then I had the opportunity to drive trucks. So I got my license, CDL, and I've been driving trucks since '93. And enjoy doing that. I see a lot of country out there. And
Tell us about your family.
Well, my family, my mom passed away in 2010. My dad, he's 89. He's still doing well. And got four grandchildren, my wife, and yeah, 4 grandchildren. And I love to fish and golf and camp. That's my hobbies. I try and do that every chance I get.
My name's David Gray, and I graduated in Dunlap High School, and that's about as far as I got in education. After that, I turned into a working man. I've been sharpening discs for 36 years in my off season. I farmed for about 4 years. And after I got done farming, I went and worked for Mr. Jim Shaben there at Dunlap at the livestock auction for another 6 years. And then about in 85 or 6, I went to doing asphalt, and I've been in the asphalt business ever since for the last 30 years. I've been a great granddad. I have 3 kids of my own. I'm raising my grandchildren with my second wife. And my oldest girl, Tisha, she's got 4 girls. And like I said, one of them's made me a great granddad. Flint's and Dennison, and Jamie's and Logan, as far as I know. My hobbies? Working. I don't got time to play. I guess if I had a hobby, I'd tell you I get on the computer and I play video games when I'm not doing anything. Rain days.
Oh, do you? Do you want me to get it?
I fly airplanes on the computer.
Ready.
Okay. I'm Pam Di Lehan. I'm the other half of Dave, who's already given you an interview. We got married in 1974 for both being in the same class at Dunlap. Now we live in Omaha, Nebraska. We have forever. Education. I spent all my time at Dunlap. Dave went to the St. Joe and I went to the Protestant. And so for 13 years, I was in the Dunlap school. Jobs, I've had a bazillion. I just couldn't find what I wanted to do when I grew up. So I did everything from childcare. I did the census, I did everything. And then in 1989, I started at Millard Public Schools and spent 25 years. Because we lost a daughter to cancer in 1985, and that decided that's what I wanted to do, was work with kids. We have 3 girls, Nicole, Natalie, and Megan, 7 grandkids, which is 3 boys and 4 girls. Their ages are from 20 to 5. Hobbies. I like nostalgia. I like to read. I like old movies. I like that Antique Roadshow. I just like history and the past. That's it.
My name is Rick Gilbreth. I live in La Vista near 84th and Giles. I was part of the class of 1972. Education-wise, after leaving Dunlap, I went to the Air Force and got training in radio electronics in the Air Force. Also went on to School of Modern Photography. Also went to school for radio electronics on my own, and also went to school for computer programming on my own, and also took a bunch of classes at UNO. Never got a degree though. I was in the Air Force for 4 years from 1972 to 1976. I worked on electronic systems for a C-130 and RF-4C. I was, last position I was at, I was Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina, where I worked on inertial navigation systems. Jobs since the Air Force, I repaired vending machines for 13 years And for the last 26 years, I've been in the computer field and setting up computers and doing programming and things like that. Family, my mom is still alive in Woodbine, Iowa. My dad passed away in 2005. My brother David passed away in 1976. My brother Bob is here in Omaha, and my sister Paula is in Dunlap. I married Annette Clausen from Denison, Iowa. She also graduated from 1972. We have 2 children, Melissa and Jenny. Melissa has 3 children, and Jenny has 1 child. And hobbies are photography and video and motorcycling. I'm the area rep for the Christian Motorcycle Association, and I'm also involved with filmmaking. I've done some acting and work behind the camera as well. Thank you.
My name is William Melby, graduated in the class of 1972. I live here in Omaha, and I just found out that I'm related to you through some family reunions. And education, I graduated from Dunlap High, and I attended Metropolitan Community College and UNO. I didn't get my degree yet, but I went to business and marketing. Did not go to the service even though I wanted to. Jobs. I spent 15 years as a sales manager in the car business. And then I retired from that and opened up a modern furniture store and kept it open 10 years and closed it in 2009. And I worked for All Mates Office Furniture downtown. And my parents, I lost both my parents in 2012. Kind of unexpected. I lost my father in January and my mother in March. It devastated me, actually, and I'm over it now, but very devastating. And no wife, no children, hobbies, old cars, architectural and interior design, my dogs, and that's about it.
Hi, my name's Jan Roberts, class of '72. I'm the postmaster for Dunlap, Iowa.